What's going on, team? Proof here, and welcome back to the next recruitment report video. And before I hop into it, on Twitter, I put out a poll, and if you're not a follower on Twitter, definitely check the link down below and become a follower. I believe I have the link down there. If I don't, I'll add it. But I asked people if they wanted me to continue to do the releases every other day, or if they wanted me to close the gap and get a little bit closer, because they've been kind of pumping out spike cards and we're kind of getting behind. So if I do it every other day, it's going to be like 2 weeks or something before I'll catch up in like a week, but then more cards have come out since then. So I'm not really a huge fan of doing like goals. Like if X number of people like a video, I'll do something special. But since more people might see this video than are on my Twitter page, I guess if we get like 40 likes or something like that, then I'll know people want me to pump these out a little bit quicker. And if I hit that goal, I'll try to do one tomorrow, and then maybe do one or two Saturday, and then maybe do another one on Sunday to help catch us up a little bit. So hit that like button down there. Let me know what you think, and yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. So today's video is about Provoke Needle, which is the last card that we received in the Bushy Road stream from last week. And the skill says, which is very simply, continuous on rear guard. If this unit is on a rear guard circle with a force marker, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. So my first initial thought with this is that it was slower Bracky, because if you're not aware, a high-speed Bracky, when you place it, it gets plus 10,000 power to end the turn, and then if you suck it into the soul at the beginning of your main phase, you can call out a copy of it, and then that copy gets plus 10,000 power as well. So if this unit is on a force circle, it scales exactly the same as Bracky would by being placed down. So that comes with some positives and negatives for it. So on the negative side, let's go ahead and start there. It is slower than Bracky, because Bracky can get started as soon as turn 1. So say you're going second and you roll it with a gyro slinger, you have a 20k attacker, versus if you roll Provoke Needle, you won't have a force marker, so you're gonna have a 10k attacker, which isn't bad. It's just notably smaller than our bunny is. So once you get to grade 3 and start getting force circles going, then you have pretty much Bracky and then Bracky adjacent going forward through the rest of the game. However, it does come with the upside that it's continuous on both players' turns. So if it's on the force circle, so if it's your last attack with Bull Spike and you put the force marker over to Provoke Needle side, then Provoke Needle attacks with extra 10k power, and then when you pass turn to your opponent, it becomes a 20k line or 20k rear guard for the duration of their turn, which makes it hard to run into with your opponent's attacks, or they can use some of their bigger attacks to get rid of it, which helps you out in the long run as well. So it doesn't make it immune to retire effects or bind effects, but it does make it harder to attack into than Bracky does. And unlike Bracky, you don't need to put it into the soul and call out a copy to get another one, which means that you're less likely to run out of them over the course of the game like you would a Bracky. But Bracky gives you the upside of being able to filter out your deck of normal units to have more trigger compression. So there's pros and cons to each of them. And all that being said, since they're going to be releasing more grade 2s as the sets come out, it's going to be interesting to see if Bracky makes the final deck or if Provoke Needle makes the final deck, because having blanket power is really good, but if you compare that with having multiple force 1 markers and you're being able to slide them around with Bull Spike, then you might be more likely to have more utility cards that can give you some benefits in the battle phase or over the course of the game, versus having just blanket power, since you're going to be sharing that power anyway with your other rear guards through Bull Spike skill. So if you're playing a more power based game and you want to be sharing around force 2 markers, then you might have space for Provoke Needle. Or if you're going a more tech based route and going more force 1 spreading, you might not have a place for it, or you might use it in like smaller quantities, maybe like a 2 of versus having it as a 3 or a 4 of. So there's a lot of room there to work around it, and it's going to be really fun to test it out and continue to see where these pieces start to fall together as more cards come out. I'm curious, like I mentioned before, where the pieces all shake up, and that's what the testing is going to show for us. So hope you enjoyed. Really quick video again, because I like pumping these out one at a time, which is why I like doing this, because I don't feel pressure to try to move on to the next card if I have 2 or 3 coming down the pipeline in the same video. Let each card get its own time to shine and let people talk about each one individually. But as I mentioned from the outset, if you want me to do more videos quickly, the light goal 40, let's aim for 40, and then I'll start pumping these out a little bit quicker. As I mentioned, I'll do one tomorrow if we hit 40, and then do 1 or 2 on Saturday, and then do another one on Sunday, which will help get us at least more caught up in where we are. So yeah, a little weekend fun. So hope you enjoyed. Look out for the next one, and peace. Be easy.